How cool is this? Everything looks different. With all this snow weighing down the trees, it changes the whole character of the forest. Everything's much lower, obviously, hanging low compared to normal. Gives it like a tunnel type of effect. It's just navigating through tunnels. It's kind of cool. Not that good for the trees, obviously. Here's a lean-to. It's coming along, little by little. What's the matter, hon? What's the matter, boy? Your collar on too tight? What's the matter, buddy? You're fine. These dogs are loving it. Okay, here, come here. Let me loosen up your collar. If that's even the problem. Ah, you're fine. Whoa, look at this. Completely blocked. We wouldn't even be able to take the four-wheeler out here even if we wanted to. This is emphasizing my point from earlier this winter that a lot of this widowmaker stuff, and not even widowmakers, just stuff that'll really hurt you bad if you get this in the head. You gotta get this out of here. This whole trail system needs a really good cleanup. Branches cut, trees cut that are too close to the trail. Originally I wanted to, I can't even get by there, or maybe, nah, I don't feel like getting a neck full of snow. Originally I wanted to be able to get my truck out here, and that's kind of the idea. I'm gonna go back to that goal, because if I get the four-wheeler stuck, I can pull it out with the truck, and if I get the truck stuck, then I could probably pull it out with the four-wheeler, and vice versa. So I guess we can go this way. Hey, stay here. Know your role, Omega. She's loving it. Stay here, Leah. Hey, hey, hey. Stay on this side. You know that. Watch where you're going, you. Crashed into my legs. Oh yeah, I didn't really know what I was doing here as far as the video goes, but it looks like it's going to be a vlog. Just casually strolling around. We're all on lockdown and quarantine anyway. It's ridiculous to say the things out there. So I'd rather just ignore it all, honestly. Take the blue pill and enjoy the woods. Enjoy this quiet, peaceful world while it lasts, because I don't mean to be a negative Nancy, but things are not looking good. I don't want to be pessimistic, but I'm trying to keep it real at the same time. Hey, 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 stay here. He's whining because he just wants to play. And Leah's like, catch me if you can, sucker. And this is what he does when he can't get his way. He whines like a little bitch. That's funny. So yeah, it's just gonna be walking around. This is what it is. Why am I explaining it? You're seeing the vlog for yourself. I don't need to talk. I don't need to talk to this. I don't need to speak to it. But I will say, this is the stuff that matters to me. You know, I have been much more active lately on social media as I normally would be, but that's only because I have stuff to say with regards to this pandemic and virus and the vaccines, especially quote-unquote vaccines. I think it's important that we listen to each other and have all of our voices heard. If we don't talk, if we don't ask questions, if we don't demand answers, how are we going to arrive at any conclusions? So that's as much as I'll say, but you know, that to say that this is the stuff that matters most to me, you know? How can you not prize this among other activities? You know, if it came to a choice of watching the news or reading the latest vlog with all those alarmist, you know, fears and stuff, I guess it's the fear mongering that I hate the most. I can't stand that stuff. I can't justify wasting my time. Life is precious, and what you do with your time is what you worship, essentially, per American God's way of thinking. But you know, I don't think I need to say too much more. Those of you that watch this channel are probably well familiar with who we are, what we do, some of our values and core beliefs. But right now I think it's time that we step away from the digital and immerse ourselves in the analog. Go back to ways of living that made sense and that worked not that long ago. You know, we forget a lot of our more modern conveniences have only been, you know, mainstream for, you know, a few decades at the most. So I'm interested mostly in going back, which is funny because I try not to live that way. I try not to ever live in the past, or you know, I try to leave the past behind me and focus on the present as much as possible. I don't even like to think about the future too much, other than just basic, you know, planning and stuff. But anyway, I digress. This is the stuff that's important, and this is the stuff that matters to me anyway. And I think, as I was saying, a lot of you folks out there that watch this channel or have your own similar channel, or you enjoy watching these sorts of vlogs and stuff, you're probably in the same mindset, and I think a lot of us are. It's easy to feel alone and feel as though you're an outcast with some of your thoughts, but we can't forget that there are millions of other people. I've said this a lot lately, but it's true, and I want to drive it home, that there's millions of other people just like us. We can't forget that. We really need to support each other right now more than ever, and just fight for our basic rights and freedoms. It seems crazy. I never would have thought, you know, 2 years ago, if we would have asked ourselves or presented this as a scenario, it may have seemed far-fetched or unrealistic, but here we are. So that's that. I got my snow removal done for the day. Took the dogs for a little walk. I'm just gonna enjoy the rest of my Sunday afternoon and talk with friends. One thing I've been doing a lot more lately is talking with people. Anything, everything. Talk on the phone, email, instant messages. Not so much social media. I'm not a fan. Come on, boy. Come get your cookie. Good boy. Yeah. I'm sure you guys are tired of me saying that, but it's true. Gotta get back down to what matters, and I think it's family, friends, quality time together, which is tough because we're all on isolation right now, but there are ways, and when we do spend time together, it's that much more precious now and enjoyable, and we're so much more thankful and grateful for those moments of quality social time. And I think it's important that we understand that it's not just a given, and we shouldn't take it for granted, because we don't know, it could stop at any time. We don't know how much time we have left ourselves as individuals, the human race. I'm afraid. I'm genuinely, if there's one thing that I'm afraid of, is I'm afraid for the human race's survival, which seems crazy because of our numbers on the planet and the impact we've had. You could argue even that if the human race were to disappear, it may not necessarily be a bad thing because of all the damage that's been done by the human race. But I am genuinely afraid for our survival, and I think if there is some sort of disaster, more than what's already going on, it's not going to be the lower to middle class range that's going to survive. We're not going to have the means to survive unless we start prepping and getting ready for it now, because it's entirely possible. And I'm sure a lot of those preppers out there that got made fun of and that got called paranoid and conspiracy theorist, and you're an alarmist, you're just trying to cause a panic in society where it's not justified. Those people are laughing right now, because they're like, told you so, and they were right. They were right. If you have a closet full of resources that may save you in the case of an emergency, and you never end up using them, okay, you're out maybe, let's say $100. But if shit does hit the fan and you have that closet full of survival stuff, it goes beyond value at that point. It's invaluable. It's worth way more than $100 at that point. That's your life, and there's nothing really much more important than that. So anyway, I've said enough. You get what I'm all about, and I hope that you guys are finding ways to get to that place in your minds, to arrive at the same conclusions of what matters and what's high priority for you. And I'd love to hear it. So let me know. Send me a message if you don't want to chat on YouTube or whatever, or give me a call. It sounds so weird to say that now, but it's true. Call me. I'll give you my phone number if you want to chat. I don't care. Email me. MGP Dream. Maple Grove Production Dream at Gmail. MGPDream at gmail.com. Email me. Let's talk. Let's talk. I'll say it one more time. We're never going to arrive at those conclusions, at the answers that we need. We're never going to figure things out unless we talk. And we can't be silencing each other. We can't allow the government and the powers that be to silence us. And we have to find ways to let our voices be heard. Share information. Question authority. I can't say it enough. Anyway, I have said enough. So enough said. I'm going to end it there. I hope everybody is safe and well, both physically, mentally, spiritually, and finding ways to adapt and cope with all this. Thanks for watching. Be safe. Stay healthy. Take care, everybody.